Every morning you wake up with a certain amount of energy. It's invisible, but it fuels everything. Your focus, your emotions, your actions, your peace. But most of us waste it without even realizing it. We give it to people who drain us, thoughts that weaken us, and distractions that steal our time. The Stoics believed that our energy is sacred. They knew that peace comes not from doing more, but from doing less of what doesn't matter. They trained their minds to protect their energy like a warrior guards his sword. Because once your energy is gone, so is your clarity, your strength, and your joy. Think about it. How much of your energy do you waste worrying about the past? How much do you give away trying to please people who don't care? How much do you spend on anger, drama, and noise that leads nowhere? If you're tired of feeling burned out, scattered, or emotionally exhausted, this video is for you. Stay with me as we explore 7 Stoic lessons that will help you protect your energy, build mental strength, and finally focus on what truly matters. And if you find value in this journey, don't forget to subscribe to Soulful Stoic, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. 1. Stop fighting for things that don't want you. Sometimes we chase people, jobs, or situations that clearly don't want us. We hold on, we try harder, we give more, thinking that maybe, just maybe, things will change. But deep inside, we already know the truth. It's not working, and it's draining us. The Stoics would tell you this: if something is not meant for you, forcing it only creates pain. It's not your job to convince someone to value you. It's your job to value yourself enough to walk away. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Many of us suffer by imagining a future where things finally work out. But reality keeps showing us that we're pouring energy into a closed door. And every moment we do that, we delay the peace and purpose that's waiting elsewhere. You weren't born to beg. You weren't born to prove your worth to people who don't see it. When you stop fighting for the wrong things, you finally make space for the right things. That's not giving up. That's growing up. If something feels forced, heavy, or constantly one-sided, pay attention. That's your soul telling you, this is not your path anymore. The Stoic doesn't chase approval. They seek alignment. They ask, is this helping me grow or draining my spirit? Walking away isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It means you finally understand your energy is limited, and you're no longer wasting it. It means you choose inner peace over outside validation. That's real strength. That's Stoic living. So let go of what resists you. Let go of what confuses you more than it comforts you. What's meant for you will not need to be begged for. What's not meant for you will never feel light, no matter how hard you try. And when you stop fighting for what doesn't want you, you'll be surprised how quickly you find what does. 2. Don't let the mind become a battlefield. Your mind is supposed to be your safe place, a calm space where you think clearly, make good choices, and find peace. But for many of us, it's become a battlefield, filled with overthinking, anxiety, regrets, and constant inner noise. We fight with ourselves over what we said yesterday. We replay mistakes, imagine worst-case scenarios, and argue with people in our heads. And while all of that is happening, we lose energy, focus, and peace. Without even realizing it, we exhaust ourselves before the day even begins. The Stoics understood this clearly. They knew that our mind is where true freedom or slavery begins. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In other words, if you can calm your mind, you can change your life. But here's the truth: peace doesn't happen on its own. You have to choose it. You have to stop feeding the thoughts that break you down. Just because a thought enters your mind doesn't mean it deserves your attention. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me grow? Is it leading me to truth or just keeping me stuck? Most of the noise in your mind isn't real. It's fear, ego, or emotion. And the Stoics separates what's real from what's just reaction. When you take control of your mind, everything changes. You stop wasting energy on what you can't control. You stop reacting to everything. You start responding with clarity, like a warrior who chooses his battles. So today, make a decision. Don't let your mind be a war zone. Train it, calm it, guide it with reason, because your energy is precious and your mind should protect it, not destroy it. 3. Stop pouring into people who stay empty. We've all been there, giving and giving to someone, hoping they'll change, hoping they'll appreciate us. We share our time, our care, and our energy, believing that one day they'll give something back. But after a while you realize you're the only one pouring. It's exhausting. You pour your heart into people who never seem to fill up, and no matter how much you give, it never feels enough. They stay empty, and you're left drained. The Stoics teach us a hard but valuable lesson. You can't keep pouring from an empty cup. When you give to people who aren't willing to change, evolve, or meet you halfway, you're just depleting your own resources for nothing. This isn't selfishness, it's self-preservation. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." And in the same way, it's not the person who gives too much, but the person who gives to the wrong people, who is drained. Stop enabling people who don't respect your time, your emotions, or your boundaries. Stop giving energy to relationships that are one-sided. Stop waiting for someone who won't meet you where you are. Because the more you pour into them, the less you have left for yourself. And that's a dangerous game. Remember, giving should be a choice, not a sacrifice. It should feel good to help someone, not like you're drowning. If you're constantly giving and not receiving, it's time to reassess. The Stoic doesn't waste energy on people who will never grow alongside them. True relationships are mutual. They're about respect, understanding, and growth. If someone can't give you that, don't force it. Choose your energy carefully. Choose your company wisely. You deserve to invest in relationships that fuel you, not ones that leave you empty. So stop pouring into people who will never appreciate your value, and let that energy flow into those who will. 4. Don't trade energy for dopamine. In today's world, we're surrounded by distractions, social media, notifications, endless entertainment, and they all promise one thing: instant pleasure, a quick hit of dopamine to satisfy us for a moment. But at what cost? We're trading our energy for that fleeting feeling of satisfaction. You scroll through your phone, check your notifications, and before you know it, hours have passed. That rush of likes or a funny video gives you a temporary high, but it fades quickly. And when the dopamine wears off, all that's left is emptiness and wasted time. The Stoics knew this danger well. They understood that pleasure, especially the instant kind, is a trap. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." He didn't spend his energy chasing fleeting pleasures. He focused on what truly matters: purpose, growth, and inner peace. Dopamine-driven activities, like mindless scrolling or watching endless videos, don't feed your soul. They simply give you a temporary boost, like a sugar rush, without any lasting fulfillment. The Stoics understood that true satisfaction doesn't come from external sources, it comes from within. Ask yourself, what's worth my energy? What brings lasting joy and growth, not just temporary excitement? When you trade your energy for dopamine, you lose the focus and clarity needed for meaningful progress. You're left scattered, chasing after things that ultimately don't matter. Instead of mindlessly chasing pleasure, the Stoic seeks deeper fulfillment. They invest in things that align with their values and bring long-term growth. They choose meaningful connections over empty validation, quiet moments over noise, and true joy over temporary highs. True energy is about consistency and alignment. It's not about how many likes you get or how many distractions you indulge in. It's about focusing your energy on what matters, on what nourishes your mind, body, and soul. Stop chasing fleeting highs and start living with purpose, because your energy is too precious to waste on empty pleasures. 5. Let go of the image you're trying to maintain. We all have an image we're trying to protect. It's the version of ourselves we show the world, the one that's polished, confident, and always together. But what happens when we focus too much on maintaining that image? We start losing touch with who we really are. The truth is, the more energy we pour into keeping up appearances, the less energy we have for authenticity. We hide behind filters, carefully crafted personas, and fake smiles. We get stuck trying to be what others expect instead of simply being who we are. And in the end, we're not just wearing a mask, we become the mask. The Stoics were deeply aware of this. They believed that external validation is fleeting, and true freedom comes when you stop caring about how others see you. Marcus Aurelius said, "The opinion of others is not your concern. What is yours is your own judgment." And once you understand this, you stop wasting energy on trying to be someone you're not. Trying to maintain an image is exhausting. It's a constant battle to meet other people's expectations, and it leaves you emotionally drained. You're no longer living for yourself, you're living for the approval of others. And in the process, you lose your true self, the part of you that's grounded, real, and free. What if you could let go of that pressure? What if you didn't have to pretend to be perfect? The Stoics believed in embracing what is real, acknowledging your flaws, your weaknesses, and your humanity. When you let go of the image you're trying to maintain, you open up the possibility to live authentically and with purpose. True strength isn't about looking flawless. It's about owning your truth, no matter how messy or imperfect it may seem. The energy you once used to keep up a fake image can now be used for growth, connection, and real joy. When you stop caring about what people think, you finally give yourself permission to be free. So let go of the need to impress, to fit in, or to be something you're not. The real you is far more powerful than the version you're trying to maintain. Embrace your authenticity, because that's where your true power lies. 6. Protect your mornings and nights. Your mornings and nights hold the key to how your day unfolds. How you start your day sets the tone, and how you end it shapes the quality of your rest. But too many people wake up rushing and fall asleep exhausted, leaving their most important moments unprotected. If you want peace, clarity, and energy, you have to protect these sacred times. The Stoics were masters of morning rituals. They knew that how you begin your day can determine your mindset for hours to come. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, would start his day with reflection, reminding himself of his values and purpose. This isn't just about productivity, it's about creating an intentional mindset that drives you forward with clarity. The morning is the first opportunity you get to shape your thoughts. It's a time to check in with yourself, to remind yourself of your goals, and to mentally prepare for the day. It's not about scrolling through your phone or diving into work without focus. It's about protecting your energy for what matters. By creating a positive, intentional morning routine, you set the stage for everything that follows. The same goes for your nights. What you do before bed affects the quality of your rest and the clarity of your mind for the next day. The Stoics understood the importance of winding down with purpose. Seneca wrote, "The day which you fear as the last is the birthday of eternity." And he's reminding us that the way we end our day determines how we wake up. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Too often we rush through the night, watching TV or scrolling endlessly before bed, allowing our minds to remain active and cluttered. But when you protect your nights, you give yourself time to reflect, to decompress, and to reset. Turn off distractions, quiet your mind, and create space for gratitude or reflection. This sets you up for a restful night and a more peaceful, intentional morning. By protecting both your mornings and nights, you create a rhythm that honors your mental and emotional health. It's about taking control of your time, your energy, and your peace. When you stop rushing through the start and end of your day, you'll realize just how much power these moments hold. So set boundaries with your mornings and nights. Don't let them slip away to distractions or to-do lists. Protect them, because when you master the beginning and the end of your day, you unlock a level of focus, peace, and energy that the average person misses. 7. Don't waste energy resisting reality. Life is full of things we can't control. Unexpected events, challenges, and circumstances will always show up, no matter how much we try to avoid them. But here's the truth. Resisting reality only drains your energy. It's like swimming against a strong current. You're putting in so much effort, but going nowhere. The Stoics understood this deeply. They believed that peace comes from accepting what is, not fighting against it. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is the core of Stoic philosophy. Accept reality as it is, and focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your response. When you fight reality, you're fighting against the natural flow of life. You waste energy wishing things were different, blaming yourself or others for circumstances beyond your control. The more you resist, the more drained and frustrated you become. But when you accept things as they are, you free up energy to make better decisions and move forward with clarity. Life isn't about forcing things to be how you want them to be. It's about embracing what is, letting go of what you can't change, and finding the strength to adapt. If you lose your job, accept the loss and focus on what you can do next. If something doesn't go according to plan, accept it and look for a new path. Resisting reality doesn't make you stronger. It makes you weaker. It creates internal conflict, stress, and wasted effort. But when you accept the reality of your situation, you bring peace to your mind and clarity to your actions. You stop wasting energy fighting and start using it to find solutions, adapt, and move forward. The Stoics didn't avoid hardship. They faced it head-on with the mindset of acceptance and growth. They knew that suffering is a part of life, but it doesn't have to define us. By accepting reality, you gain the power to control how you respond and how you grow through challenges. So the next time you face an unexpected situation or difficulty, don't waste your energy resisting. Instead, embrace what is, let go of the struggle, and focus on how you can move forward with strength and wisdom. Because when you stop resisting reality, you stop wasting precious energy, and you start living with true peace. Conclusion. In life, the most valuable thing you have is your energy. It's the fuel that drives your actions, decisions, and growth. But all too often, we waste it on things that don't serve us, whether it's fighting for the wrong people, chasing temporary pleasures, or resisting what we can't change. The Stoics remind us to use our energy wisely, focusing on what we can control and letting go of the rest. By protecting your mornings and nights, letting go of the image you're trying to maintain, and accepting reality as it is, you free yourself from unnecessary stress. You create space for peace, growth, and clarity. And with this newfound focus, you can channel your energy into things that truly matter: your purpose, your relationships, and your personal growth. Remember, your energy is priceless. Don't waste it on things that drain you. Instead, use it to build the life you truly want to live. If you're ready to take control of your energy and create a life of purpose and peace, start today. Protect your mornings, let go of the things holding you back, and embrace the power of Stoic wisdom in your everyday life.